Hey, good morning. Welcome back, everybody, to Adventures in Digital Marketing. My name is Rob. I'm your host. If we haven't met before, if I'm somehow just for the first time showing up here in your feed, I'm a web designer and developer who is obsessed with digital marketing. And in my day to day business, my whole thing is helping businesses to do business better online using digital marketing tactics and strategies and helping them to implement that stuff into their business. And what I want to talk to you about today is something that I've really done a very, very bad job on. And I wanted to just share that with you guys and talk to you a little bit about that and what I'm going to do to rectify that. So first off, if you've got questions, if you've got thoughts, you've got comments, anything like that, please let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate any kind of feedback you've got. If this stuff helps, if it doesn't help, if there's anything that you find interesting or anything that you'd like for me to talk about, I would really appreciate that. Also, if you're watching with me live, hit me up with a hashtag live below. Or if you're watching on the replay, hit me up with hashtag replay. Let me know where you're watching from. I would really, I'm connected with people from all over the world. I've got friends in India and friends in Eastern Europe. I got friends all over the place, and I just like to hear where you guys are actually tuning in from. So here's the deal. This is something that I have done a really poor job on, and I am now convinced more than ever that I need to do something about it, and it's simply this. I've done a really bad job of working with my own email list. And I say that, and I'm embarrassed by that. But this whole show, everything that I'm doing here is about being honest. And, like I say all the time, it's about, talking with you guys about what's working and what's not working, right? Because if I don't tell you, if I'm not being real with you guys about what's going on, then, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and you can't relate, because if you're like me, you have stuff that doesn't work too. So today is a day I want to talk about something that's not working and what I'm going to do to rectify that. So here's the deal. Over the last year or so, my email list has passed the 1,500 addresses mark or 1,500 people. And I'm really encouraged by that. I really am thankful for each and every name that is on that list. I got 1,500 people on my email list, but despite the fact that my open rates are good, my click rates are good, I'm not connected with those people enough to really make a big difference, and I'm not seeing any sales from it, right? So the rule of thumb that we learn in .com secrets is that we should be making $1 per month per name on our list. And I can tell you right now that is nowhere near the truth for me. It's completely none of that, right? My list isn't bringing in any revenue right now at all. Now, like I said, but my open rates are good. My click-through rates are pretty good as well. So right now I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. So here's kind of what I'm thinking is, as you guys know, I tend to read books over and over again. I am one who is, I want to go back through the stuff to make sure I'm mastering the material instead of running on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So as you can see over my shoulder right here, I've got my Secrets Trilogy book set, right? 2 of them are not in there right now because they're out there in my living room. One is Expert Secrets and the other is .com Secrets. And I'm continually reading these books over and over again. And this morning, I read the chapter on follow-up funnels and the importance of follow-up funnels and what you are supposed to do with them. And I realized as I was reading this that, yes, I email my list, but I usually email maybe once a week, or maybe sometimes it's once every couple weeks. And I'm sending content and things that I'm working on. But I realized that I'm reading this, I'm like, I'm not serving them as well as I could be. And in fact, I'm not sending them I'm not serving them in a way that is even really valuable to them at this point, because the proof is in the pudding. It's if nothing's working, then if we're not seeing the benchmarks that we know that are established benchmarks that people have pointed out that we should be seeing, then something's not going right. So something's not going right with my email list. So here's what I'm planning on doing. So as you know, I come in here, I go and I do this thing every day live, right? So one of the things that I'm planning on doing is starting to share my daily lives with my group. I do it occasionally. If I've got one that I was like, man, I really think my list would enjoy this, I'll send it, on my YouTube channel. I've got a collection of videos. I've got, all of the stuff all the content that I'm creating. So every time I create, like the production ready videos, I send that to my list every time. And again, my click-through rate is good, and I get views from my list on my YouTube videos. And so that's encouraging. But a couple weeks ago, I had sent out an email about how to, about this daily thing that I'm doing. And again, I saw an uptick in the number of subscribers. And then I also saw an uptick in the number of views that I was getting from those emails. So I am recommitting myself, or maybe committing myself for the first time, to going and sending out and just doing daily communication with my email list. So there's going to be a lot of emails that are coming. If you're on my list, it's going to be one per day, right? Because, we're in this thing together. That's the way I see this, right? If you have found your way onto my list, that we've got common interests, because I have done, I think, a reasonably good job of identifying who my own dream customer is and getting those people onto my list. A lot of this stuff has been from my own funnels and the lead magnets that I've created, and drawing people into the lead magnets, but also drawing people into my Facebook group as well. So right now I've got around 400 people in my Facebook group, and that's not really going well either. But I'm in the process of rethinking some things there too, because I want it to grow. I want people to engage. I want people to participate, so there's needs to be some new stuff that's happening there as well, but that's going to be secondary to me working on my email list, where there's 1,500 plus people on that list. So, because I want to connect, right? The whole thing that I'm doing here is trying to engage and to start a conversation to deliver value. And if you figure out that something here might be helpful, then maybe at some point down the line, you might buy something from me that will help you do what you want to do quicker, easier, and faster. That's the goal here, right? We want to find ways to do things quicker, easier, and faster. And that's what I do every day anyway. Everything that I'm doing, I'm launching a site today. I got a new site done, and that's why you hear the stuff going on over here from Slack. Those clicks are people, on my team. We're talking about what we need to do to finish getting a new site out the door today. But that's what I do. My whole thing is helping people to do business better online. So that's really what I wanted to talk to you about today. I'm recommitting myself to emailing my list every single day. Just like I'm committed to coming in here and talking with you guys every single day. I'm going to use my content framework that I've been using for a while to great success to extend that even deeper into my email list, because personally, it's my fault. I've neglected, getting in and spending the time working with my email list. So that's been the big problem, because I get stuff and I get it to my blog, I get it onto YouTube, I get it into my podcast, I get it onto Facebook, I get it onto Instagram, I get it onto LinkedIn, I get it into all these different places, but I have not done a good job of getting communications out through my email list. So that's what I'm resolved to be better at over the next several months. So if you're on my list, you will see these emails coming through. My goal is that they'll be valuable to you, that you'll find something here that is helpful. So anyway, that's really what I wanted to touch base with you on. It's Monday. It's time to get stuff done. So I got to go because I've got things to do. I've got that website that I told you that we're getting ready to roll out live today. Whole big thing that is surrounding that. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining me live. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me that you guys would spend a few minutes with me to come in here and talk about this stuff. So have a fantastic day. You guys take care. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.